All right. All right. Goon Squad, what's going on? This is Sal. It's your boy. For the Game Day Goons, we're going to sit here and talk about the Orlando Magic as a part of our NBA season preview. We're here to talk about all 30 teams, 10 minutes or less, and we're going to talk about who's in, who's out for the team, season outlook, win totals, fantasy relevant players, and just general, like, how do we feel about this team? And today we're here to talk about the Orlando Magic. um, Interesting team. Last year I think they had, what, 33, 34 wins, something around that. And yeah, let's get into it. All right, so Orlando Magic, they really didn't lose anybody of significance. Michael Carter Williams, he's gone. They acquired Joe Ingles, just a nice little veteran presence. Nothing real, a veteran presence to give, maybe some leadership, some mentorship to some of these young cats on this team. They drafted Anthony Black, another guard. So, you know, they had a big issue last year where they really got a lot of guards, right? And they added one more, and especially a young one who needs time to develop and grow his game and play the game without worrying about Jalen Suggs or Cole Anthony or whoever else, taking his minutes or taking his shots or his time, taking up the ball. Markel Fultz also, like, it's crazy. But I guess they must believe in best player available, and that's probably why they drafted Anthony Black. Really, really good prospect. I expect big things out of him for his career, but at the end of the day, probably not this season, but based on all all the guards that they have on that roster. Other additions, Mac McClung, you know, he very important acquisition for the dunk contest. This guy, reigning dunk champ, obviously a human highlight reel, but not in the NBA. He'll probably spend a lot of time with the G League affiliate. Jonathan Isaac is actually back and healthy. He's been playing in the preseason, not really doing much in offense, but definitely still elite when it comes to the steal rate, block rate, whatever it is. The stocks are there. So Jonathan Isaac is a addition just because we haven't seen him in so long, and yeah, he'll be valuable off the bench. Let's take it to Vegas to figure out what they have for the over under on wins on the season. They got 36.5 wins. Okay, I think it's reasonable, um, but I don't really see enough improvement from the Magic, Orlando Magic here this season. Like, maybe they get to 36, maybe they get to 35. They'll have a chance at getting 37 wins, but I don't think they're going to take a step up. I don't think they're a playoff team. I don't think they're going to make the play in either. Some people do think they're ready for that step. I'm not really sure. I'm not convinced. Franz Wagner did have a good World Cup with Germany. Paolo Banchero did have a couple good games with Team USA, and he does look better this year. Jonathan Isaac obviously provides them with some defense if he can stay healthy, but I don't really know if they're going to get to 37 wins. It's going to be close. I don't blame you for thinking this team may go over, but you can't blame me for thinking they won't. So there's that. There's some continuity there though. Like I said, a lot of the team is the same. They do have a logjam at guard. Both point guards, shooting guards. They got a bunch of guys who could probably play both positions. But yeah, it's gonna be an interesting season. Hopefully this team can take the next step, and become a play-in team. But I doubt it. All right, talking about fantasy relevance here. Obviously, Franz Wagner and Banchero are the two major targets on this team. Banchero is being drafted at 57.8. I actually do like him in that 50-60 range. I think he could easily surpass that as well and end up maybe, around earlier by the end of the year, maybe ranked top 45, top 50. I wouldn't reach for him too far, but don't hesitate to take him in that top 60 range, depending on what your build is. Franz Wagner, ADP 68. I like that. I like that a lot. I like that actually more than Banchero. I don't think there's a big. I actually think Franz Wagner might have the better season than Banchero. Banchero may score more. Franz Wagner may deliver more in a variety of categories if you're in a cap league. So I do like that. With regards to all of the guards on this roster, Markel Fultz, Cole Anthony, Jalen Suggs, Anthony Black. Am I forgetting one? Gary Harris. Like, they can't really be trusted to exceed their ADP here. Your best hope is, I mean, Cole Anthony may do that in points leagues by all means, but his percentages may and turnovers may kind of hurt him in category leagues. Depends what kind of Cole Anthony we get. Jalen Suggs, if you're not in a dynasty league, don't even bother. Anthony Black, same thing. Markel Fultz, I do like. If he can string together, 65, 70 games, stay healthy, he is actually the best guard on this roster as it stands, which sounds crazy because, not long ago we were looking at Markel Fultz like, will this guy ever recover? He had the yips with his jump shot, but he's actually carved out a nice little niche and role with the Magic. He's the safest guard play here. I don't think his job is in jeopardy. It's everyone else who's competing for other spots here. Markel Fultz also has the size to play the 1, 2, or maybe 3, depending on the opponent in the matchup. So, yeah, you could see him in some 3-guard lineups. Jonathan Isaac, I like him as a last pick in the draft. By all means, this guy's steals alone could definitely make him a super valuable addition to your team late in the draft. He actually went undrafted in my deep keeper league, and he ended up going for the first waiver right after the draft because people realized that this guy is here to play. His steals are still there, and if he can stay healthy and get back to the old Isaac, and he's still relatively young, then this guy is going to be a problem and definitely worth taking a flyer on. Yeah, I'm not going to call this like a rebuild season. I'm not going to call them playing threats. I'm not going to call them, playoff team. Definitely not. But I would say that this is just going to be a growth season for them. I'd love for them to show some maturity. Have some nice signature wins against some big teams where they were ran off completely, and really look forward to seeing Franz Wagner and Paolo Banchero really grow. Hopefully that experience with the FIBA team, both respectively for Germany and USA, hopefully that really helps them mature, become a better team, and really get ready to take that next step in 2024-25 when that team is ready. So yeah, that's a wrap on our Orlando Magic NBA 2023 season preview. If you liked what you saw, comment below. If you didn't like what you saw, comment below as well. Make sure you like, subscribe. We're going to be doing one of these for all 30 teams. So yeah, check it out. Subscribe below. Stay up to date with everything that's going on with the NBA before the season and during the season. And shout out to Tenement. That's our sponsor. They do fractional asset-backed cards, sports collectibles, and make all of that available to you at a fractional price point starting at $5. So check them out, tenement.com, or check them out on Instagram, Tenement Cards. And looking forward to our next video. We'll be doing the Washington Wizards next. So definitely check that out. And Game Day Goons, we out. This is Sal. Cheers. Yo, sorry guys, I completely forgot about one important thing about the Orlando Magic's offseason. This is probably the biggest win. No, it's not Isaac being healthy. No, it's not drafting Anthony Black, but it is this. The Orlando Magic are bringing back these retro jerseys. So I had to jump back on the camera and just let you guys know that the Orlando Magic retro jerseys with the Magic with the star in the middle and the stars in the background, these jerseys are coming back. They're going to be rocking these this year, and that is a W for the off season in terms of the Orlando Magic that I had to recognize and share with you guys. So hey, this is Sal for Game Day Goons. We out. Peace.